Hey Grande Alive! This is your weekly Newsish Roundup, brought to you by Grande Hospital, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, Anything Too Digital, EONI, Valley Realty, Country Financial, and Schwab Tires. Do you have that one type of food that just makes you want to die and go straight to heaven right after you eat it? Doesn't get any better than this, guys. I'm checking out. Well, for Dave Messenger, my guest on Coffee with Will this week, that food is Thai food. Dave is the manager of the new Thai Fresh Gardens restaurant in the Marketplace Underground. Dave grew up in Thailand eating the absolute best rural Thai cuisine, and after returning to his home and rediscovering his Thai roots, he decided to spend the rest of his life helping the Thai people start restaurants.
I started befriending all the families in the local area, and they all want to own their own restaurants. They all want, if they don't already.
Yeah.
And their family money is going back and forth, and they don't know how to operate the systems in America.
Yeah.
I ran into Dara, and I also ran into a chef that was going to be our first partner here in Grande. And he stayed with her for a year in Pendleton, and between the two of them made it work. After working for other people, especially in Walla Walla, for 3 years, up to 3 years. And I made her a promise. She came over and helped me build the neighbor's barn for nothing, her and her husband, and I just went, okay, so you still want to go to Grande? I said, when we find the right place for you, I promise you I will do everything in my power, in my heart, to make it work.
Now, Dave makes a very clear distinction between real Thai food and Americanized Thai food. Most Thai restaurants you'll eat at are Americanized. The flavors all blend together, the food is soggy and poorly cooked, and it's really not a good standard by which to judge real Thai food. Kind of like Taco Bell is to Mexican. Real Thai food, he said, is cooked in the rural areas of Thailand, and that's the kind of food that he and Dahlia, the owner of the restaurant, are serving at Thai Fresh Gardens.
It has so many different flavors in every single dish, and you can taste every single flavor when it's done correctly. And that's what I consider authentic Thai food, is when you can even get a very, very hot dish that has lots of Thai hot spices in it, you can still taste the sweet and the sour and the salty and all of that over the heat.
But it's not just about the food, it's also about the family. In Thailand, when you eat with a family, you become family, Dave said. And it's his hopes that he and Dahlia can likewise use their love for Thai to connect people right here in Grande with their Thai family who are in a country very far away.
Well, in the Thai community, especially in Thailand itself, everybody seems to be related one way or another. And no matter what color of your skin, whether you're considered a foreigner or whether you're considered an insider, if you will, politically and otherwise, you become a member of the family. I happen to be blessed with the fact that I was raised in Thailand, which already gave me 20 or 30 families.
Yeah, and we've talked about this. It's very filial there.
Right, it's very filial, and it's all based around food. And the unique varieties of food in every region of the country draws families together, and whole communities become actually families, and you can never tell who's brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles.
The rest of this interview is available on the Grande Alive's website and Facebook page. And if you haven't yet, head down to Thai Fresh Gardens to try their authentic Thai food, fresh cooked by real Thai citizens, both in blood and, like Dave is, in heart. This title story was brought to you by... Whatever the memory, whatever the medium, we can help preserve these little glimpses of the good old days so you can watch them again and again. Anything to digital, let's preserve your memories. What makes a place a place? Is it the mountains, the rivers, the great Thai food, the terrible Mexican food? Is it the people, the buildings, the animals that live there? Well, according to George Venn, poet and retired EOU professor, it's something beneath all of these things. It's language. Place is constructed out of the language we use to describe it. When we name a place or a location and its elements, when we describe it and call it distinct from other locations, that's when a place really becomes a place. And it's largely the responsibilities of poets, he said, to create an intimate, vibrant sense of place through language that can live on through the words that we use to describe it.
Yeah, so when you look around, you understand. And because the poems have given you the ability to concentrate on what's before you, right? And it's living, and it's living, and its cycles, and it's like, like watching a creek, watching a river and wondering whether or not that's the same water, was there last year at this time or not, right? Yeah. But being aware of salmon and of their crisis and their identity and all of the issues that are associated with natural resource conservation become critical, I think, to everyone's understanding of where they are, right? So that you don't become, shall I say, a lost and wandering character in a landscape, that is nowhere. You get a sense of clear identity, and that empowers you to do all kinds of possible things.
Now wait a minute, you might be saying. I don't give a rat's butt about poetry. It's hard and esoteric, and to be honest, I have better things to do than sit down and read things that seem downright pretentious and make me feel stupid. Okay. Even as an English major, I admit, sometimes poetry can be a bit inaccessible and downright pretentious. Anyone who's ever read Donald Ravel or Thomas Transtromer and worn a hole in their hair scratching their heads will agree with me that sometimes even I don't know what the fart they're talking about. But speaking as someone who's read much of George's poetry, his poetry isn't like that. It's simple, straightforward, and very connected to this place that you probably call home.
You're going to be enriched by the awareness that much has happened where you are. Other people have had strong feelings about where you are, and the meanings of where you live and what you see around you every day. Whether it's birds or weather or jobs or rivers or whatever it might be, or mountains. You're going to be given a perspective that is somewhat different, perhaps, than the one you have, right? If you think of a poem about the mountains around you or the valley around you, and if the poem is working, right, you should have a different insight into what that means to be a person who lives in a mountain valley, in the interior of Oregon.
Now, if you're interested in purchasing Lichen Songs or one of George's other books, it can be found online or purchased directly from George's website. This story was brought to you by And here's your weekly events in Get Out and Go with Emily Adair from Go Magazine.
Hi, I'm Emily Adair from Go Magazine.
And I'm Will Bowman from the Grande Live, and this is Get Out and Go.
This week's magazine includes details about the annual Holiday Music Festival at Eastern Oregon University. The festival, which is sponsored by The Observer, is known for its variety of selections and arrangements. There will even be a visit from Santa Claus.
Several holiday events are also happening in Baker City, starting with the First Friday Art Walk, which includes many unique gift ideas. Then there's the Festival of Trees, which benefits the local community through proceeds and donations.
Also in Baker City, the Make It and Take It craft session lets families take home their very own Christmas decorations.
There's also the Baker Community Choir Christmas Concert, a parade, photos with Santa, and a holiday bazaar.
For more details, pick up a copy of this week's Go Magazine, which is inserted in The Observer and Baker City Herald. We're also online at GoNortheastOregon.com and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For more local content, check out the Grande Live. Thanks for tuning in to Get Out and Go. And here's your EOU Sports and Around the Mountain in 90 seconds, featuring our new host, Joel, replacing the time-tried and beloved caller and camera pointer, Chris Duarte.
I'm Ian Dexter, and I'd like to welcome my new co-host, Joel Padilla, to the show. Joel, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me. I know Chris is doing better things, and he's in Florida soaking up the sun while we're cold, but it's okay because I'll take over the next few weeks.
We miss you, Chris. Around the Mountain in 90 seconds begins
Right now. The men's cross-country team wrapped up their season at the NEIA Cross Country Championships at Fort Vancouver. Senior Nick Mask would end up placing 11th overall and would help the Mountaineers to a 7th place team finish. Next year should be even more great as they have 6 of its 7 competitors from the national championships. Also competing at their last meet was senior Rachel Rowley, where she placed 32nd at the NEIA Women's Championships.
An incredible season for the EOU women's soccer team ended in the NAIA championship opening round against number 7 Westmont. The Mounties went to Santa Barbara, California, but fell 1-0 on a warm afternoon in Cali. The team ends a fantastic year with a 13-4-2 record and the program's first conference regular season and tournament championship.
They did really well this season. In wrestling, freshman AJ Rockwell took home first place in the weight class, leading the blue and gold wrestling team at the Spokane Open on Sunday. Rockwell became the first EOU men's wrestling to win a tournament as an individual since the program was reinstated in 2016. Overall, the men's would finish 5th place at the Open, having 4 Mountaineers place in the top 4. Over on the women's side, the team managed to place 4th at the Spokane Open with Alexis Cavero, Madison Bozovic, and Lisa McArchie taking 4th, with 3 others placing as well. The men's and women's team continue their schedule as they travel down to Great Falls, Montana, for the renowned Battle of the Rockies this weekend.
Women's basketball came away with another huge win last week at the Lady Yoke Classic in Caldwell, Idaho. The Mounties defeated Lewis Clark State for the second time this year, 62-50. LCS is ranked number 2 in the NAIA Division I, and EOU has beaten them both times this season. EOU then fell on Saturday to number 16, Montana Western 79-65.
You know who keeps on winning?
Who's that?
Carlito Labarda Jr. just doesn't
Carlito.
stop. They're 8-0 now, and they are the first in their conference. So hopefully they keep that up. Their most recent win comes against New Hope Christian, where they dominated a hardwood 102-76. Freshman Jordan May went off and dropped 22 points, with the men's and women's team traveling to Southern Oregon this weekend as they open their conference schedule. Good luck to them.
Yeah, big games this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Finally, the number 15 EOU volleyball team is currently at the NAIA Championship as they are competing in pool play. The Mounties took on number 17 Georgetown yesterday, coming away with a big sweep to start their tournament. Today they face Our Lady of the Lake and number 2 Viterbo tomorrow to finish pool play. The top 2 teams from each pool advance to the elimination rounds, which begin on Friday. Well, that's a wrap for us here at EOU Athletics. Join us next week for another 90-second edition of Around the Mountain.
For more information, visit us at eousports.com.
And that's your weekly Newsish Roundup. This roundup was brought to you by Grand Ronde Hospital, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, Anything 2 Digital, EONI, Valley Realty, Country Financial, and Schwab Tires. Please like and share this video and tune into LaGrandeLive.tv for more local content. I'm Will Bowman.